your thing called? Skyfield.
What up, guys? This is Chris Morgan, and welcome back to Karp Talk. Today we got a kind of weird episode for you guys. I'm here in Kentucky still, unfortunately. Had some things come up, but the rest of the crew are already out in Indiana, as you can see, and they're getting ready for some play testing and other things.
What's up, guys?
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Jamie's mom.
I like chicken.
Woo!
I like turtles.
No one asked you.
Nobody gives a crap, Ryan. Good God.
Wow.
So, guys, how long did it take you guys to get up there today?
It took me 8 hours.
It took about, what, 6.5 hours?
Yeah, we stopped and ate. We stopped a
Yeah.
couple times. So.
I mean, it didn't seem as long as it did because, like, about halfway there, well, third of the way there, we stopped and ate, and we got some really good wings because this guy knows what he's talking about. But it didn't. It took long, but it wasn't. That's basically the moral of it. It felt long, but it wasn't. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm deck building.
Yeah, guys, we're basically a little bit distracted tonight because we are trying to get everything put together for tomorrow because we're going to go kick some butt, take some names, and oh my God, I'm so nervous.
I think I should drop down to 2M.
And Jamie says he's going to win the whole frickin' thing.
I am winning the whole thing.
And you guys haven't told everybody yet, but everybody in that room is playing round, from what I've heard.
Yeah, we're playing round, guys.
I'm playing a different version of round.
No, I'm playing Emperor's Volcarona.
Mine has Explode in it. So I'm not running the normal poly, the toad one, the Seismitoad one.
Oh, I figured you was like running that not Slurp or Jigglypuff one.
Oh, that one's funny too, but no.
The deck is a joke.
Can't do that.
I beat
Well,
plenty of
running.
people around.
Well, mine's different than your guys's.
Yeah, his has a tropical beach in it.
Yeah.
No,
Actually,
it doesn't. He sold it.
I did. I sold it today.
Oh,
I mean, I wasn't using it.
I should have swapped you.
I told you to.
I really wanted that art. I should have brought it with me the other day and swapped
It's
you
okay.
out.
I'll get it for you for Christmas.
It's all right. We'll get there. Apparently, nobody plays it except in like one deck anyway. So
Yeah. Well, it was. Oh, I can't give away too many.
right.
So, Chris, why don't you go over what did well in Lancaster this past weekend?
Give me just a second. I'll bring it up. It seems like ages ago already. I heard Darkrai done good.
But while you're doing that, what I saw was doing really good, guys, was something that we've been seeing in Standard, which is Vespiquen. Basically, grass version.
Bees.
Bees, yeah. Grass version of Vengeance Valerion. Pretty interesting deck. Somebody actually wouldn't classify it as a tier S deck. I think that's kind of stupid, though, if you ask me. It's a good deck, though.
Once you're good at Pokemon, you understand.
Oh, screw you.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So, yep, we got first place from that was Vespiquen,
Uh-huh.
followed by Eviltal, Vespiquen, Seismitoad Giratina, Mega Manectric Tool Drop, Eviltal, and Mega Manectric Tool Drop.
So, 3 Mega Manectric decks in the top 8. That's almost half.
Plus, both those Vespiquens probably had Jolteon in them.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of zap there in the top 8.
So, looking at that, the meta is most likely going to shift for us tomorrow. Shift. That's what I said, wasn't it?
Yeah. It just didn't sound like that.
Oh, I didn't curse.
This is a family-friendly show.
I said shift, not, that.
Shiftery.
Shift tree.
Which is banned right before I pull it out of a pack.
It would have been better if you'd ordered 4 of them, though. That would have the best video ever.
I ordered 4. I bought 4 from a friend of mine.
Did you get a deal on them?
I paid $4 whole for all 4.
There you go. That's not too bad.
Before or after?
Before. It was a waste of $4 though.
It's true.
I've wasted more money on worse things. So.
Yeah, I mean, they make nice coasters, so.
Hey, they're great in anything goes, though. I hear that's a tier beyond unlimited.
I think I'm just gonna play it tomorrow anyway. I'm just gonna show up with my Shifty deck and say, "Stop me," you know.
That's right. And make sure you get those trump cards in there.
Yeah.
And Slow Kings.
And first ticket. You want to go first in this game.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna make my own rules up tomorrow.
I mean, it is Pokemon, so
If my opponent takes 6 prizes, I'm gonna say, oh, the first person to take all 6 prizes loses, and circle win on the match slip.
This is true.
Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if we actually formally introduced Kyle. This is Kyle Adams. He's been on our channel before.
yep, you might have noticed. You might remember from the video where he talks about how he beat me,
Yeah.
Cobalion.
that
Wait, I
bastard.
think there's a signed copy right here for you,
Yeah,
Chris.
I got you something, Chris. I got you a signed copy of Cobalion.
I would cherish this forever.
This is good. I'm gonna make sure this gets to you. That's yours.
Oh man, I love that, and it's gonna get PSA graded.
Yeah,
And
and it's only gonna go up when I become world champion.
When he becomes the next Jason Krasinski.
I mean, he's gonna win this tournament, right, guys?
No, I'm gonna win it.
Oh, okay.
I
Which
don't
means
know.
I'm going to win it.
I don't think anybody's going to be expecting my round deck.
Well, I don't know if I can win or not because you're not here. So
It's true. I mean,
the only person I can beat really is you. So I may not get any wins tomorrow.
well, if you just refer to everybody you play as Chris Morgan,
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll get tails on all their flips, and everything will be good for you.
I'm just gonna sit down and say, "Nice to meet you, Chris Morgan." Every time I play somebody, just to get myself pumped up.
That's right. Rah. Yeah, you got this.
Very good.
Jamie, this is a G-rated show.
Okay.
All right. The other thing that looking at the Lancaster regionals, the 9th place deck, the one that bubbled out, I was really sad to see it bubble out. It was the Tyrantrum Bronzong Garatina deck. So I wanted to see that one get top 8.
Fun to watch.
Tyrantrum is really good. You know me. You know I love steel.
The metal will live on.
I may have played that if I'd had Tyrantrums, but I haven't been able to locate any boxes yet. So I don't know. I probably didn't because I'm pretty comfortable with my deck choice, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those decks. I haven't seen any of the Mega Tyrantrum decks
Anything
around.
with Bronzong in it is awesome. If you look at Zach's page, Top Deck Nation,
Mhm.
I believe he profiles a Tyrantrum deck.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I watched. He done a video on it,
Yeah.
so I watched it. He's always doing some good stuff. Looks like the rest of the top 8 is another Mega Manetric Tool Drop deck, a Vespiquen, Eviltile Raichu, Seismitoad Crobat, Blastoise, Mega Manetric Leafeon, and Mega Manetric Genesect Garbodor. So
How does that work?
I imagine that the Genesect's just there to shut off,
Lysander, I guess.
poison and stuff like that. They might run Plasma. They don't print they don't show the top 16. I wish they did when they put their list out.
So I know somebody who played Genesect Garbodor. They played it with G-Scope.
Jeez,
It didn't
I
work
don't-
out very well for him.
I don't need that list.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though. That was like last year at St. Louis. It was 2014 St. Louis. So
Wow.
he didn't win, needless to say.
Well, if he needs a G booster, tell him to contact me. I will give him an extra G booster. We'll get him what he needs.
So were we seeing such a big shift toward Manetric?
So
I think, Chris, you predict there's going to be a lot of fighting this weekend.
Yeah, something with fighting is going to win this weekend, I think.
I think somebody.
I'm not playing fighting, though.
Well, assuming under normal circumstances,
Yeah.
fighting would win. However, round is going to take the day. But
This is true.
if round wasn't there, some fighting deck is going to show up big, I think. Like the format is right for that. And if you're a betting person, you can either play the deck that beats the popular deck, which would be some sort of fighting deck taking on these electric decks, or you can gamble a little bit more and say, I'm just going to stick with Darkrai and Eviltile, and I'm just going to go that route.
I think a Darkrai, Eviltall, Hippowdon would be a really good deck. I'm just saying, because Hippowdon it's good against fighting, especially if there will be a lot of fighting. But also Eviltall is like really good with it or without. But with the Darkrai, they'll give the Hippowdon free retreat. So if you absolutely need to, like if they, let's say you kill all the EXs, then you just switch with the Evil Talk and knock everything else out. So, but also Hippowdon, it protects you from all EXs. So we'll see. I think that would be a good deck. If I had Hippowdon, I would be running it. But since I don't, I'm running Round because it's a tier 1 deck, clearly. So
That's S, dude.
well,
Buffalo.
No, S
Mine-
is Vespiquen.
be,
No, it's tier OP.
because I don't run a Charizard in my Round deck, it's a tier 1, not tier S.
Okay.
Now, why did you choose not to run Charizard in your round deck?
Well, that is a very difficult question, but here's the answer. I didn't want to.
Oh wow, that's a bold statement from DJ Powell.
Yes.
Folks.
No craps are given there, guys.
See, in Round deck, you have to focus on the round, and Charizard has a very triangular face, so you can't go round. You have to stick with complete.
I mean, you can't argue with that logic. That
You know,
makes
when-
perfect
Did you
sense.
really just say that?
When you all asked me to join you for an episode of Karp Talk Radio, I was like, oh, great, intelligent conversation about Pokemon. I really had no idea what I was stepping into, did I?
No, you did.
I told you should watch some episodes.
Yeah, this is my first episode. I'm watching it as it happens.
And it's just unfolding before you. Your life is flashing by.
I need to get my
right?
phone out and start live tweeting this.
But in all
Yes.
seriousness, the reason why I didn't run Charizard in my Round deck was because
It doesn't know
I
round.
don't think Virizion Genesect would be a big deal, and Round can one-hit KO Vespiquen, so you don't really need a fire attacker.
No, in all seriousness, I made my deck choice for this weekend. I made it about 2 weeks ago, even though I knew that it would probably change. The meta would probably change, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'm actually going to play Archie's Blastoise tomorrow, so I've got a list that I feel like is really consistent. I've hit turn 1 all but one game tonight that I've been playtesting. So
Yeah, we
That's
played 3
pretty
times. He hit it first time off
Oh,
against me.
twice, but and I hope that it does shift a little bit away from anything with Garbodor in it, because then I can actually win some matches. So that'd be good. But we'll just hope that the matchup odds are in my favor tomorrow. If I play a lot of Eviltal, if I play a lot of even Manectric just without Garbodor, or just as long as I can avoid Vespiquen, I'm in pretty good shape. But I've got some techs for Vespiquen, so hopefully they help me out.
In all seriousness, I'm running Ho-Oh Huntail, but a unique version. I'm actually like
You replaced all the Ho-Ohs with Seismitoads.
I replaced all the Ho-Ohs with the round Seismitoads. I replaced all the Huntails with the Explodes. So I think it will work. I call it Archie's Round. So
Archie's Hypnotoad.
no, it's just
All
Archie's
hail
Round.
Hypnotoad.
No, but I'm running a different variant that I sort of created in the cart actually, because we stopped on the way here and I bought Ho-Ohs. So I bought Ho-Ohs and Huntails, and I'm running a 1/1 line of the Jolteon, the new Jolteon, because I think Eviltal will be big. So even if I have to attack with my Ho-Oh, I basically get it for free with 3 energies and Muscle Band, and it'll knock it out. Because that'll be 20, 40, 60, 80, that'll be 200 damage with a Muscle Band when I have the 1/1 line. And where I'm running the Furious Fist Eevee, the one with the energy evolution, so that way attach the lightning energy that I run, and then it'll immediately go into a Jolteon and then attack. So I'm expecting Eviltal to still make a comeback.
Especially with his shift worth predicting against
Exactly.
fighting,
Because-
since it resists it.
Because a lot of people will probably be playing fighting, because a lot of people don't like to build decks. They like to see lists, and there was actually a big argument on Burbank about that. But I think that they'll just take a list that did good, one of the lists that top 8, or be running a type of Manectric. So that means there's going to be a lot of fighting, and fighting is not the only thing that Darkness is weak to is Darkrai. So Darkrai is weak to fighting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Eviltal's not. So I think a Like a Hippowdon Manectric would be awesome. I think that would be cool. It wouldn't work, probably, but I still think it'd be cool. I think that'd be a good play if you can make it work. But since we can have 60 card decks and not 63 card decks, we gotta stick with it. But yeah, I'm running Ho-Oh Huntail just because it's fun. Like I don't think it'll do great, but I know it'll be fun. And since I was kind of kidnapped this morning into coming, I figured why
You're
not?
welcome.
Why not? But we'll see. I'm gonna do some more techs again tonight probably, because like I said, I just built it on the car right here. I never played it before. Don't have it online. But it's a fun deck. I just have to figure out how to make it more consistent.
Well, you should have asked. I would have definitely gave you the Huntales and the Ho-Ohs.
I didn't know that I was gonna play it because I planned on running Evil Tall Hippowdon, like 100%. I'm like, man, I got the Hippowdon hitting for weakness, and there's a lot of fighting support right now. You can just get it set up real quick, and then Evil Tall to retreat and attack because it's awesome. And if I think that if Evil Tall's mixed with anything, it'll be Evil Tall Raiju. Just in order to mirror matches.
Yeah, I could see that.
But nobody will expect Evil Tall Hippowdon. So whoever wins nationals with it, I said it. No.
No, some guy top 64 nationals last year with DJ's deck, so I'd say DJ
This year.
DJ has some pretty good advice. Last season is when
Oh, last season. Well,
Okay.
Ryan, what are you running?
All cards are the same.
I initially wanted to run Dugtrio Evolutions, but I feared Archeops. I think that's one that would be a lot of fun. Fighting has a lot of support, and the type coverage with the Evolutions would be really good. But Chris and I have kind of collaborated over the course of the last few weeks, and we've come together after some playtesting tonight, and I'm going to be running a Speed Plasma Lugia deck with Hoopa, Plasma Ball, things of that nature. My main attackers are going to be Lugia and Thunderous, with a Kyurem as a tech for Night March.
Don't forget about Deoxys. That guy can still clean up.
Oh yeah, that against Keldios it cleans up pretty well from what I hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Do I really even have to say what I'm running?
No, you have to whisper it.
He's
Jamie.
running round.
Okay. Well, for like the past 5 months, I've basically run a variant of this deck. I'm using Mega Rayquaza.
6
Oh my
months.
gosh, really?
Yeah.
What a twist.
I know, but where I've seen Evil Tall having a lot of success, I took out the middle part of it, so I replaced the Bronzongs and the Aegislashes, and I went with Dynamotor Electric to help power it up, and the backup lightning attacker is Outrage Zekrom. So with that, I originally planned Manectric. Chris, you're like, no, do Zekrom! You're gonna do Zekrom! I'm like, okay. So 3 energy, 1 shot's Evil Tall, 240. So I thought if for some strange reason I end up playing the mirror match, I could let Zekrom be able to just come up and be able to knock it out. And then plus I got the tech of Mewtwo to be able to clean up Keldeo just in case I have to. That sort of worked out against Kyle whenever I was playtesting him. And it's all around, I think it's probably the most consistent deck. Yeah, wow.
Circle of Life.
Circle of Life. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think it's the most consistent deck to be able to pull off pretty easily. It explodes. I don't run just the Dynamotors. I put some turbos in just in case I need to accelerate to go up against the really fast decks. So I can just Rayquaza, Spirit Link, Mega Evolve, Double Colorless, Mega Turbo, bam, I'm ready to attack.
So, Chris, we know you're not here with us, and we're sad about that because now I'm the oldest person here, and I feel like an old man. But what would you have played if you were here?
If I'd went, I had thought about the Plasma Lugia deck as well. It would have been between that or kind of like you were saying earlier, if you'd had a good Dawn fan list, that's something that I would really considered.
Yeah.
Because I think it has a really good matchup against the decks that are doing well. It's really good against the Vespa Quinn type deck because you can just hit and retreat over and over again. You force them to have to play every one of their supporters has to be Lysanders, so I think that helps out quite a bit. Those I like Evil Tall, and I don't know if I would have gambled enough to think that there would have been more fighting decks there than electric decks. So I don't know
Well,
if
I
I would.
asked you which deck you play, and you gave me 3. Thanks. You're the politician, aren't you?
He's a 180 card deck player. That's a new format like Commander.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised you know what that is.
I watched Tularian Community College.
What do you?
Shout out.
What office are you running for this year?
Me, dog catcher. Think I got a shot, guys?
I think you got a chance.
Absolutely.
Dear God, no.
I mean, we're going to bring a Chinese restaurant right here in Leslie County.
There you go.
Oh, God.
There went the political career right there.
Yeah.
I
You
suck.
lost the vote.
No, you
Yeah.
can still get votes out in Eastern Kentucky. With
That's true. These guys will
that's
vote
a different language out there. I mean, it's
for
different.
anybody. I mean, all I got to do to win votes around here is say something like, "We don't like Obama. We're going to put up a wall to keep people out of Leslie County, and
And Donald
we're
Trump president.
we're not going to come after taxes. We're going to stop freeloaders." And then everybody that draws money around here be like, "Yeah, I like that guy." I'm like, "You are aware I just said I'd get rid of your check." Mm-hmm. But you're not a Democrat, are you? But that's enough for that, I guess.
This is not political talk. This is Karp talk. We need to talk Karp. Speaking of Karp,
Splash.
we've got some Magikarp cards here from Ancient Origins, signed by us. There are 10 copies that I've signed myself, and then there are 1 copy so far that all of us have signed that are here,
Chris.
except for Chris and Brandon, who aren't here. And we're going to be handing these out to people. Think of them like business cards almost.
Sign you are temporary.
Mine on the back has our Twitter handle, as well as our YouTube username on the front.
Boom.
Yeah, you guys are weird.
Well, we're your ride home.
I
so.
offered him to sign my 1 card. I was actually gonna keep it, not give this one out, but it's okay because he's not cool. This is why he's just a guppy and not a card.
He also offered me heroin earlier, and I turned that down too.
Hey, it could have been a Wonder Woman comic. You don't know. Speaking of hero,
LOL. I got that.
you saw what I did there.
I picked up when you were laying down. It was a little smelly, but I picked it up.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross. Okay, so
Bars.
listen. Earlier, during our stop, a third of the way there, Jamie, was it Jamie first? Yeah, Jamie went and used the restroom. He came back and was like, I won't go. If I were you guys, I would go in there for about 20 more minutes. Okay? Then Kyle goes. And then he came back and it was like all good. But then, 6'4",
6.
6'6". My apologies. Went to the restroom, came back and was like, that thing exploded. So
This is going from cart talk to toilet talk real quick.
So I guess you could say he made a splash, but not the kind that we want as Magikarps.
A big brown yellow one.
So, and then we got this guy over here, Mr. I'm gonna lay down, let one, and it travels all the way to the room next door where they start coughing. Okay. It's been very eventful. Like
It's pretty raw.
it's a good thing I don't smoke because if I lit one match, like we would have all been exploded.
It's a good thing I quit.
We would have been all exploded and such.
Yeah. No more carbs. Just you, Chris.
And Brandon.
And Brandon.
Brandon would have to pull his weight around here.
Of course.
So
God,
just me is what you're saying.
What?
So just me is what you're really saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, Brandon sends us a Facebook message saying, lame.
He just says like a middle finger picture or something.
Has Brandon been on Karp Talk?
No, he hasn't even been.
Brandon
on
has
the
not been
channel.
on Karp Talk, but he's been to a tournament where we all went to go.
Brandon, I hope you're watching this.
We know you're not though.
But if you are,
Look, my Charizard save is another Charizard.
so there's been a couple of little news things that's come out, but a couple hours ago they released the contents for the the arena dual deck type thing, which is really weird that they're releasing them after regionals instead of before regionals, where they would have been most useful. But let me do a screen share here, and we'll take a look at what we get in these things.
And now our audio turns to crap.
Time out. No, you all keep going.
Dude, where are you going?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
We're live.
Listen, when you're old, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You're like 7 years old.
Please don't explode the toilet.
You see what we put up with? Random crap like this.
Between that, these nuts jokes and John Cena jokes.
It's been a fun.
I've had enough.
All right, guys. So this is the Mewtwo deck that you can get. This thing's loaded. I mean, you get 2 Mewtwo's to start with,
Yeah, I'm hyped AF for both of these decks.
2 Crobats, 2 Golbats,
There's a max potion in there.
yeah, 3
And a
free
bird.
flight Zubats,
I want that.
double
I'm a-
Pokemon communication,
Completely.
the VS Seeker. I mean, this deck alone is pretty loaded. I wish it had a extra end. I feel like 2 ends and it would have been really good.
I think I might build a deck to take to League Challenge or something out of those starter decks, like 2 of them.
And then
I might do that at a League Challenge.
the Darkrai one, you get double Darkrai. You get 2 of the Brutal Bass Zoroark. You get 2 Junk Cut Sable Ice. You get 2 Dark Patch, which they were up to about $3 or $4 a piece worth.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. You get the plus powers. You get another N, double Muscle Band,
Skyla.
Lysander, Skyla.
Is that Zerosic?
Yep, you get a Zerosic. Plus all the energies foil. Outside, I mean, not these rainbows, but
Whoop, whoop. Foil energies. Whoop, whoop.
I'm all about it. I wish they would. I need some more of the fairy ones, and I'll be happy. I think I need like 2 more.
Yeah, I need some of those foil fairy energies in good shape. The ones I have are not in good shape. They've seen some better days.
It's pretty solid. Dual deck.
But my only thing is, I don't understand why they waited till after regionals to release them. It seems like if you're wanting to pull people into expanded, this would have been a good. I mean, I know they're not good enough to come play at regionals with,
PJ.
but I think it's a good enough starting point for certain cards that you might need if you didn't play during Black and White.
Yeah, it's gonna let people
Yeah,
catch
like
up.
me.
People like me who sold all of their rotated stuff, and then when they were like, "Oh, we're forcing the expanded on you," oh, great, I got to buy stuff again. So it's good for people like me too who need to replace their dark eyes and their dark patches and things like that. So
Now that we're into week 3, everybody's used to expanded. How do you guys think it's finally went over now that all the moaning and groaning is over?
Still hate in.
I think it's interesting if you look at what's doing well. A lot of it is the same stuff that was doing well standard last year, plus new stuff from the new set. So really, yeah, we opened it up, and there's some decks that are really cool, like Huntail Ho-Oh, Night March Archeops, for instance. I like that deck a lot. So it has opened it up to some decks, but a lot of the decks that you see at top tables are decks that we've seen before. Toad Bats, Archie's Blastoise, Evil Tall's been dominant in the format ever since it was here. I mean, nobody expected that to change. So I think it's just interesting. I thought we were going to see a lot more like weirder decks that we didn't think of, but really it's been more of the same of what we've seen in the past. So
would you think it is because the power creep is so high with EXs and things like that, that all the really good cards are concentrated just very few. Do you think that is really the problem that they've got with the expanded at the moment?
I haven't played in an expanded tournament, so I don't know if there is a problem with expanded, so to speak. I know I wasn't pleased with it when it was announced, but I think that, yeah, I mean, that's what we're seeing. Like, what the new deck that's good is Vespa Queen. Well, what can it do? Well, it can race EX decks. It can knock one-shot EX decks. So, yeah, the power creep has something to do with it. I mean, EXs are huge. And
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to knock out an EX with this old stage 2 that I can use with rare candy, if you're not playing Toad, then yeah, it's still going to be hard for them to succeed.
Do you ever see EXs being phased out, or is that just something we're going to be stuck with forever?
Well, with break evolutions coming into place in this new set breakthrough, maybe we are seeing a potential EX phase out.
Yeah, right.
I think EXs, as long as they are created, they will be used.
Yeah.
Especially because, well, even Mewtwo, okay, for example, we talked about this in the car earlier.
Don't
It
pick
is-
on my Mewtwo.
It is crazy for one energy attachment, colorless, double colorless, that you can be item locked turn 1. Well, turn 2, like turn 1, and then your opponent. They can item lock you for one energy attachment. That's just overpowered, and that's on an EX. And then you think of Mewtwo, which is a double colorless. It does 20 for each energy attached to it, plus your opponent's. So that's 40. It's doing itself. Plus, if you're using another, well, let's say another Mewtwo, and let's say they have a double colorless. That's 80, and then times 2 with a muscle band. That's a lot of damage. That's one hit for one energy attachment, and you're getting 2 prizes. So I think as long as EXs, well, if they make them decent, because there's not decent ones like Wailord, even though it won, or well, came close to winning. It's not a good EX.
No, it's not.
Let me show you why EXs are going to be around until the end of the game. This right here. This is why EXs are going to be around, because they make lots of this right here.
Yep.
You can go into any Target, Walmart, Meijer, and pick up tins with EXs in it, and I know they did tins before, but they weren't nearly as popular. They didn't stock those things. They didn't sell them. People eat up. The collectors eat it up. You and me, we want it because their cards are better for the game. We can do full arts, we can do promos, we can do all kinds of different stuff. So I don't think EXs are going anywhere.
Yeah, since next set has 8 Mewtwo's in it.
10.
Well, 8 normal, then 2 of the
Secret rare.
Secret rare.
It's still 10.
Well, 10. Okay, 10 Mewtwo's counting megas and everything. Well, that is crazy. Like,
Especially when maybe one of them is playable.
So let's say one's playable. Well, for a collector, that means that they're going to be getting money from all 10 of them. So they'll buy back a buy box, maybe get 1 or 2. Well, that means they're going to have to buy all the other ones separately. And it's just because they're EXs, and collectors, well, would they collect? So they went from having a full art Mewtwo and then a half art Mewtwo to now they have 10 Mewtwo's in one set. So
It's a little overkill.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not. It's amazing.
Well, Mewtwo, yeah, I just called you Mewtwo. You're welcome. Jamie likes Mewtwo a lot. So
Mewtwo likes Jamie a
he's
lot
so
too.
happy. But listen, this is what's gonna happen. Like, here's his money, and then that set drops, dead.
I'm
All
broke.
gone. That kind of hurt.
Guys, beginning of next month, I'm broke until Christmas.
Yeah, I just sold 1,500 bulk today to secure a booster box just in case,
And I'm stealing his Mewtwo.
I sold a beach.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. You just don't know.
I got $90. I was pleased.
So, assuming that we'll just assume that EXs are here to stay forever, would you like to see more like tech ability type EXs and like Jirachi and Shaman more than just straight up attackers?
No, we need a good mix. Mix.
I say mix.
Well, I know that, but would you like to see more like that, like a good ability, but the trade off is it's easier to knock out?
Yeah,
I'd be cool with that.
it's a good way to balance them.
Because AZ's still a thing.
Mhm.
But then again, you're gonna have to take a lot more for it. Well, let's just say for expanded, you're gonna see a lot of Jirachi,
Mhm.
and it's so you get your supporters, especially for Archie for instance and Maxi, you're gonna need them. So what is it?
Jirachi.
Oh yeah, he's using a full art Jirachi. Anyway, so it's
So
even
pretty.
full art, it's $22 we looked up,
Yeah, we just looked
and then
it up
half
earlier.
art it was still 10. I mean that's it, and it's using expanded, but that's because a lot of the expanded decks run it. I run it, he runs it, you run 2 of them, don't you?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I mean, there's 4 for just right here, and that's because of the ability Stellar Guidance.
Well,
Now,
what kind of abilities would you like to see on? Like
I would like to see maybe an EX that's like, I don't know, once during your turn, a Lysander type deal. That'd be overpowered. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
like
Ludicolo from Primal Clash has that right now, except it's with
But
a
it's
coin
not-
flip.
But it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's a Pokemon catcher rather than a Lysander.
I really like older formats where the Pokemon are the draw support and the supporters are supporters. Like that. So I hope they keep going in that direction. More stuff like Shaman and
You see,
bring something back like the old Clay doll.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. I would love to see a Clay Doll type ability.
Yeah.
What's Clay Doll?
You know, is there? It's
Constant power.
you can put up to 2 cards, from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and then you draw till you have 6.
That's fantastic.
So, and I like stuff like that. I think that's neat. I think it adds to the deck building
Trade level X had that.
complexity, and it adds to in-game decision making complexity, and it lets us see supporters like Giovanni is coming out. What's it called? Giovanni's plans or whatever. I think it's an awesome card. I don't know if it's going to be played a lot, but it's just cool. You can do 2 different things with it, and it's not all, you know, you're not making all your supporters be draw supporters.
Yeah, I love the fact that with Shaman, we're finally getting to see decks that are teching in AZs and different things like that, just because they're not relying on drawing cards with these supporters anymore. I mean, used to you wouldn't even see like a Flower Grunt in your deck, but now you can run it because you can, remove that energy under Almont, and you're still not giving up draw power for the turn.
Yeah, I really like Skyfield too. I mean, I think it's opened it up a lot too. You're not punished for running 4 Shaman because you can play them and draw with them. So
Until you deck out.
Well, yeah.
Or until they're Lysander.
That's when you run a trump card.
Oh wait.
I'm playing 2 trump cards.
I'm playing 3. Get at
Playing
me.
10.
3 with 5 VS Seekers. Get at me.
Don't forget those Mind Game Slow Kings though.
Absolutely.
Maybe like maybe an EX that has a trump card type effect that just like shuffles in all Pokemon in everybody's deck or something like that.
I think
That would be an interesting tech card.
Volcanion having that ability once it's unveiled.
I think if you could have a Pokemon that would shuffle all items in your deck, or like when it enters you choose, shuffle all of that into your deck.
Yeah, I don't want to ever see items go back in the deck again.
Well, see, I think that would be really good, like for lasers. I was a big laser.
I think we really need an EX that
Just lets you win.
for 1 colorless energy, they can do 100 damage and item lock you. I mean, I think
Absolutely.
Draw
3,000 HP.
Seismitoad's not very good, so I think they should just kind of buff him up a little bit.
Yeah, I've always thought Seismitoad's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Screw that. Mega Seismitoad break.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it might see a little bit of play if it was 1 energy instead of 2, and if it did a little more damage. So.
Oh yeah.
At least it'd be playable in every deck now.
Yeah.
Forget
Who
it.
needs diversity within your game?
Not in Pokemon.
Nope, not at all.
Sorry, guys. We're like really
I
tired.
think
Jamie's dead.
Jamie, you're not dead. Wake up.
No, just let me sleep. Wake me up at like 7.
I mean, he had to play test that whole new deck he's never played before. So, Kyle, how much play testing have you put in with your deck? Because I've tried playing Archie's Blastoise, and I can get to work and stuff, but I just cannot be consistent enough with it to trust myself to play it.
So 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go to regionals. I hadn't played a lot of Pokemon since
Since the Cobalion days.
Yeah, since the league challenge that I did the interview for with you all, and then nationals. I mean, that was it. I hadn't really done a lot of testing. So when I saw Archie's Blastoise do well the first weekend, I was like, I'd always wanted to play Archie's Blastoise, and I never did when it was around. And then at one Worlds, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon. I love Blastoise. So I was like, well, it did well at regionals, so I'm going to build it. And I built it, and it clicked. So I've only really been testing it for about 2 weeks. We'll see. But I'm pretty comfortable with my decision making in it. I've caught myself making mistakes in testing where I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Like one of my favorite things to do.
Not cool, Kyle.
Is steal Jamie's cards. One of my favorite things to do in testing was Ultra Ball for Jirachi, or not Ultra Ball for Jirachi, but like Battle Compressor. Go down to no cards in my hand and realize that I never even had the Verse Seeker to get the Archies out, but I thought that I had it. So little mistakes like that, you have to catch yourself. It's just a matter of working backwards. What's my end game? My end game is Archies. Well, okay, do I have an Archies? No, I don't. Okay, do I need to get one in the discard pile? Yes, I have a Verse Seeker. Okay, I need to put one in the discard pile. Do I not have a Verse Seeker? Okay, then I need to get one into my hand. How can I get one into my hand? Or how can I get one into the discard pile? So it's just slowing down, working yourself backwards, and going from there. And sometimes drawing more is better. So if you don't have it, hit that Shaman and draw some more cards. Maybe you'll get a computer search and a Ultra Ball. Maybe you won't. But another thing I've tried to do is set myself up. And the great thing about my deck is that you want the turn one Blastoise. Like, that's what you want. So you don't need anybody else to test that. You can shuffle the deck up and try and get the turn one Blastoise on yourself. It doesn't. You're not depending on anybody else. So,
Solitaire hands.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've done was set it up so if I don't get the turn one Blastoise, can I get the turn two Blastoise without playing an item in case I'm item locked? So it requires top decking like an energy or something that you can use, or a Pokemon. But I try and play my hand down to one at the end of my first turn, so that on the next turn I can play the Archies if I have to. So I've done a lot of different things in testing to try and make it easier on myself, and I feel like it's pretty consistent. I've done pretty well with it. So I'm sure whenever I sit down in the tournament tomorrow, I won't hit a Blastoise till turn 8 every game.
Awesome. So did you do any talking with Steve Guthrie Jr.?
No, I meant to send Steve a message, help him, see if he would help me work on my list, but I never got around to it, actually. I should have. I'll probably talk to him tomorrow morning and be like, hey, look at this. Tell me what I should change. And then that's probably a bad idea, but yeah, started a trend.
I do wish people would give him the credit he deserves for that deck, but
yeah, he created that deck. He was the first one to see a lot of success with it, and I'm glad that it took off. I think it's really unique, really interesting, and Heretic's really, really a good player. He's a friend of mine, and he made that deck his own, and people. I mean, it kind of blew up when it won Worlds, but he was doing well with it before that.
Yeah, I mean, he almost got top 8 with it at Nationals too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Anybody else got anything else to say tonight? And we'll go ahead and end this. That way you guys can get a few more hands in and some practice.
Play round.
Huh?
Play round. It is a tier 1 deck. If you want it to be tier S, use Charizard. But if not, just tier 1, no Charizard.
You get terrible advice.
Oh, I'm very bad at this Monster Pocket game. I'm sorry.
No, that guy's at the troll. No, we're just trying to keep you all updated round by round.
In all seriousness, for all the players who will be playing tomorrow, good luck. And hopefully we'll see you there. Hopefully all of us do good. Hopefully some of us stay too. But overall, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you. By the way, Round is not a tier 1 deck. I was kidding. Do not play Charizard in Round if you do play Round.
Do not play Round. You see those cards, you take a match to them.
But if you need some round cards, please let me know, because I've got some to move.
Thanks for letting me be on Karp Talk, even though I've never watched an episode. Shout out to my boys, Duke Nation. Shout out to Zach at Top Cut Nation. Sorry, almost
Top
forgot.
Deck Nation.
Top Deck Nation. See, look, I can't even remember my friend's own website. So, Top Deck Nation, and thanks to Team Magikarp for being awesome.
We do what we can.
All right.
Oh,
Hey,
on
you
the
guys-
can.
There, guys.
We do what we can on the can.
This hotel room's about to get a lot more smell.
And on that note, I think I'm gonna head to the pool. So
Bye,
you guys
everybody.
keep splashing.
All right, guys.
I don't want to see your bare legs, boy.
Best of luck to all you guys tomorrow. I look forward to the updates, guys. Keep checking on the Facebook page. They'll keep you updated on what's going on. And we may have another episode of this for tomorrow night if somebody makes day 2 and wants to talk about it. But until then, guys, keep on splashing. Peace out.
Splashing.
Peace.
Keep splashing.
All right, Jamie, play.